A tough game, and yeah, happy that we got the job done. We were in a bit of trouble, and there was a little bit of pressure and there's a little bit of nervousness in the dressing room. But really happy that Ashwin and Shreyas got that partnership and got us the victory. Conditions were tough, but I think that's what makes Test cricket fun. When the conditions are tough, I think your character really gets tested, and we like playing cricket like that. And yeah, it was a good game and a tough game, but something that is memorable, and the victory will obviously be very sweet. We obviously don't go into the game thinking of what we've done previously or thinking of what might happen next. We obviously want to give it our best, and every opportunity that we get, we want to grab it with both hands. And obviously, after playing a few test matches and after being recognized as one of when the team is looking at you to perform and get the team through, you obviously have that responsibility to do well, and that is what is going on in your mind, and you want to give it your best. And I think that never changes, whatever format it is. You want to perform for your team, for your country, and play your role and do the best you can. And sometimes it doesn't happen, but yeah, I mean, at least I've seen a bit of ups and downs in whatever little cricket I've played, and I know that neither of the things last too long. You have to keep looking forward and keep trying to get better and improve yourself, improve your skill, and just keep looking forward to the next challenge. And yeah, it is obviously, when you're playing all three formats, it is a bit tricky to just jump from one format to the other. And personally, at least, I haven't played Test cricket in some time now, so it takes a bit of time to get back into the groove and understand and get your mind back to what were the things that you were doing right when you were playing well or doing well in Test cricket. So that's the challenge of playing at this level. And any format that you play, when you're playing all three formats, each format, it's a challenge on you to how quickly you can adapt and how quickly you can take your mind back to what were the right things you used to do is the challenge. And yeah, that's something that excites me. And yeah, obviously performances this series haven't been great. I can accept that, because I tried my best and it didn't work. But like I said, I always look forward and see what I can do better next. जो भी कंडीशंस हो, अगर सीमिंग कंडीशन में भी हम लोग आउट होते हैं, स्पिनिंग कंडीशन में भी आउट होते हैं, आउट होना बैट्समैन के लिए तो एंड ऑफ द डे होगा ही, कभी ना कभी तो बैट्समैन आउट होगा ही. इफ द बॉल और द पिच असिस्ट स्पिनर्स, तो स्पिनर्स पे आउट होंगे. इफ इट असिस्ट सीमर्स, तो सीमर्स पे आउट होंगे. बट वी डोंट रियली इतना ज़्यादा आप सोचते नहीं हो कि अरे सिर्फ स्पिनर पे आउट हो रहे हैं या फास्ट बॉलर. इफ देयर इज अ पैटर्न, देन येस, यू ऑब्वियसली एज अ प्लेयर आप ट्राई करते हो कोचेस से बात करके या अपने आप होमवर्क करके कि कहाँ गलतियाँ कहाँ हो रहा है, एंड यू ट्राई टू करेक्ट इट एंड गेट बेटर. एंड लाइक यू राइटली सेड, अभी 4 टेस्ट मैच, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टेस्ट मैच आने वाले हैं अगेंस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया, और वो भी होम पे. एंड पिचेस आई एम गेसिंग will be very similar to how we played here. There will be a bit of assistance for spin, and that's something as a batsman हम लोग के लिए challenge है कि कैसे हम अडेप्ट करेंगे जल्दी, और कैसे ईच प्लेयर इज़ डिफरेंट. तो हर एक प्लेयर को अपना एक तरीका निकालना पड़ेगा और ढूंढना पड़ेगा. सो यू लेट द इंडिविजुअल्स मेक देयर ओन चॉइस, एंड यू ट्रस्ट दैट वो लोग प्रिपेयर करके आएंगे. And you study the opposition, you see what the pitch conditions are, and you try to give it your best. And जो भी टीम आपसे एक्सपेक्ट करता है, you try to give it your best. और उसके बाद जो होता है, it's in nobody's control. So you accept whatever comes, but preparation हमारे हाथ में है, मेहनत करना हमारे हाथ में है. So we will do that, and we will never be perfect. अगर ऐसे नहीं कि अगले एक महीने में हमने सिर्फ स्पिन खेला, doesn't mean that it guarantees us that against Australia we will all 4 matches में 400 बनेंगे. You can still get out. So you just prepare the best you can, and then again it's the mindset on that particular day कि आपका mindset कहाँ पे है, how hungry you are to perform for your team. That is what counts at the end of the day. And yeah, exciting है. यहाँ पे जो गलतियाँ हमने किया है या जो एक्सपीरियंस रहा है बैट्समैन का, दिस विल बी वेरी हैंडी फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हमारा गेम एग्जैक्टली कहाँ पे है अगेंस्ट स्पिन, एंड देन यू गो बैक एंड यू हैव अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ टाइम टू वर्क ऑन अ गेम। जो IPL में अभी जो इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर का रूल आया है वो टेस्ट मैच में भी होता, तो आई वुड डेफिनेटली लव टू ब्रिंग इन कुलदीप इन द सेकेंड इनिंग्स। टफ कॉल था, नोइंग एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि पिछले गेम में वो उन्होंने टेस्ट मैच जिताया था अपनी टीम के लिए एंड ही वाज द मैन ऑफ द मैच। इट वाज रियली टफ कॉल, बट जो हमें लगा seeing the pitch the day before the game and the first day of the game, we felt like there will be assistance for both fast bowlers and seamers, and keeping that in mind, we want to play the best balanced team that we can, and and that's the call we made, and I don't regret that decision. I think it was the right decision. If you look at it, जो 20 wickets हमारे bowlers ने लिया, उसमें से fast bowlers ने भी बहुत सारे wicket लिया, and they had a lot of assistance. There was a lot of inconsistent bounce, and all these decisions हम लोग ने we took these decisions keeping in mind our experience of playing here in the one days. We played 2 1 days here, and we saw that there is assistance for both spin and fast. Keeping that in mind and understanding that test match goes on for 4 or 5 days, you need to have both. You need to have a balanced attack, and that was our mindset, and I think it was the right call. Getting familiar with the conditions when you travel abroad or travel away from home is really important, and we've seen that over the last few years. Whenever we've toured to England and Australia, we always tried, if our schedule permits, we try to go earlier, the whole team, and try and get used to those conditions, and that's something that has really helped us in winning tours of Australia, winning test match in South Africa, almost winning the series in England last series. We went there 4 or 5 weeks earlier, and we got used to the conditions, and that really shows in how we perform. And yes, India is the stepping stone. I mean, we've all played a lot of India cricket and then gotten a chance to play for the country, and that is how it will remain to be. And whenever or whoever has the opportunity to come and play a few games before the actual test match starts, I think you would have seen that everybody takes that opportunity to come and play cricket. And unfortunately, our schedules are a bit too tight for some of the players that play all formats to do that and get used to it really quickly. But that's the challenge for us, and when you have been given this opportunity to play all 3 formats, you are obviously very happy and grateful that you have the opportunity, and you try to make the most of it and not really worry about what other things that you can't do. Obviously, ideally, we would have wanted a lot more time to get used to, lot more time between white ball and red ball, so that we get used to, we get our minds back to playing red ball cricket and develop a little bit of patience and discipline with our shot making. But once again, I'll repeat myself that that's the challenge, and we'll always have to find a way to perform, keeping in mind all of these things that happen around us. Like I said, it was a really good series, a lot of good experiences, a lot of learnings. Losing ODI series was not the greatest, but sometimes a series loss does teach you a lot of things and tells you where you stand as a team, where you stand as individuals, and that's very important for us going into a 50-over World Cup here, to understand what are the things that we are lacking and where we need to get better. And even test series, I think it was really hard fought. I think Bangladesh really played some very, very good cricket. They challenged us a lot, and even today, I mean, best way to end a test series, they made it really hard for us. They were in the game for the first 32 overs, and then Ashwin and Shreyas really put their hands up and did the job for us. So it's been a brilliant tour of Bangladesh, and probably next time when we come back here, we will whoever's played here before will take the learnings from this series and come back better prepared. Obviously, when someone's performing consistently for you, it is very heartening. And Shreyas has been around the team for a long time, and we had to really wait for his opportunities. And so happy to see that when he's gotten the opportunities, he's really grabbing them with both hands, and he's doing the job for the team. And the way he played today was phenomenal. I think he made it look really easy. There was a lot of pressure. There was a little bit of panic in the dressing room, but it didn't look like there was any panic while we were watching Shreyas batting and with Ashwin. I think they had a really good partnership, and he's somebody who's doing really well in the last 15 months to almost 2 years. Unfortunately, he was somebody who was doing really well for us, and then he had the injury and he went away from the game for a little bit, and then he had to really wait his turn again. And he's been really patient through all of this, and obviously his journey has not been easy. No one's journey has been easy in the team, and yeah, it's really good to see that he's utilizing all the opportunities that he gets, and the way he's batting is just phenomenal. And just hope that he can continue to do this and keep getting better.